So we just found out last week that the NSA is looking into people's porn habits. What websites are you going to? Now, gee, I wonder if anyone predicted that. Only for a couple of years. So we've been saying that quite often on the show, and we covered this story last week on the show. I wanted to point out one thing to you guys that I think is really important about it, and that is the assumption that everybody makes is, well, look, I mean, this could really get out of hand. Like, I mean, if the NSA keeps going in this direction, it could really not be safe for our democracy. And I want to point out to you, they've already gone in that direction. It's already not safe for our democracy. Now, first, let me recap for you the story and how it broke down real quick. So first of all, the NSA acknowledges that they did, for 6 suspects, look into what websites they were going to and what porn that they were watching on those websites. And they say, quote, without discussing specific individuals, it should not be surprising that the U.S. government uses all of the lawful tools at our disposal to impede the efforts of valid terrorist targets who seek to harm the nation and radicalize others to violence. All right, so they're saying, it's okay, guys, we're just keeping you safe. These are valid terrorist targets. Really? Well, as the Huffington Post reports here, in a great story, of course, broken by Glenn Greenwald, Ryan Gallagher, and Ryan Grimm, none of the 6 individuals targeted by the NSA is accused in the document of being involved in terror plots. None of them. Well, they must have a ton of terrorist contacts. So they might not be terrorists themselves, but they got to be talking to terrorists nonstop, right? The NSA itself in the document says, no, there's, quote, minimal terrorist contacts. In fact, if you quantify it, on one of the guys, in 1% of his contacts, they said, well, that could be a radical group that could be doing terrorism. Does he even know that about the people that he's contacting or emailed in some way or another? Who knows? Minimal terrorist contacts. In other words, for most of these guys, they didn't have anything to do with terrorism. They just said things that the government doesn't like. In fact, the government admits it. They say, instead, as the Huffington Post reports, the NSA believes that targeted individuals radicalize people through the expression of controversial ideas via YouTube, Facebook, and other social media websites. So people who are radicalizing others, that seems a bit vague, doesn't it? And they're doing it through dangerous outlets like YouTube. Wait a minute. What are we on? Now, could somebody consider our ideas radical and target us as individuals? And who isn't on YouTube, Facebook, or other social media websites? Look at how incredibly broad this is. Well, then let's go to a couple of their specific targets. Well, they say, don't worry, they were mostly non-Americans. Wait, come again? Well, 5 of them were non-Americans and they were abroad. One of them was an American subject, meaning that he's either a citizen or a permanent resident. Oops. I can't stand it when they're like, well, if these abuses keep going, they might target American citizens. They're targeting American citizens now, yes, the guy's an American person. And look, with our drone programs, people are like, oh man, this could come to America. We already executed 3 American citizens without a trial in our drone program, including a 16-year-old. Why do they keep saying things could get out of hand when they're already out of hand? All right, so one of the targets was, quote, another target, a foreign citizen, the NSA describes as a respected academic. Now, Glenn Greenwald didn't classify him a respected academic. The NSA did. Oh, well, if things get out of hand, man, they might start going after academics. Except that's exactly what they're going after right now. But to be fair, the NSA doesn't like what that academic is saying. Oh, they don't? Wow. They think that if you listen to that academic, he could radicalize you. That only sounds like everything Bill O'Reilly says every night about every progressive academic in the country, right? Oh, no, but it's okay, but it's to non-Americans except when it is to Americans. A third targeted radical is described as a well-known media celebrity based in the Middle East who argues that the U.S. perpetrated the 9/11 attack. Now, how easy is it to say, well, we targeted their media celebrities. We have a media celebrity here, Jesse Ventura. He believes the U.S. orchestrated the 9/11 attack. Why don't we look at his computer? Why don't we see what kind of porn he's watching? By the way, good luck trying to embarrass Jesse Ventura. But, you know, that means the door is wide open. Media celebrities, people who we don't agree with, I think their ideas are radical. They're on Facebook. Whatever. We're going to go after them. They're telling you they're going to go after them. And everybody says, well, gee, what if it gets bad? It's already bad. All right, going. NSA documents say focusing on access reveals potential vulnerabilities that could be even more effectively exploited when used in combination with vulnerabilities of character or credibility or both of the message in order to shape the perception of the message as well as that of his followers. Two important points there. This is the NSA itself saying, one, who cares, man? We're going to go after his character. If we don't agree with him, Julian Assange, we're going to go after his character. We're going to do it based on sex. Oh, what did they charge Julian Assange with? Well, they haven't actually charged him, have they? But there have been accusations of what? Sex. Interesting. Ellie Spitzer, when he was going after the banks, what were the allegations? Oh, right, sex. They went after his character and credibility. Funny how that happens. But it's never happened in the U.S. It's never happened anywhere else before, just to some dirty Muslims abroad. So don't sweat it. Boy, this could get out of hand. And by the way, if you notice the last part of that, they say not only do you go after his character and credibility, but by extension, his followers as well. Well, if you like Julian Assange, I guess you like rape. You see, this is how they operate, and they do it every day.